All right, so we are about ready to get started here. I think we are live, and I'm very excited. This is Jim T. Chong the Wok Star, and founder of the Global Cooperative Chamber. And we've done a lot of things together, but I'm very excited about being with Edwin Edebiri, the Chief Happiness Officer. But one better, I just learned you are the Global Chief Happiness Officer. So, a big applause to you, Edwin. I have to ask this question: how are you feeling today?
Hey, I am happy.
Oh man. Well,
I am happy.
one of the things I'm very excited about is just what you have done just during the pandemic. I know you and I have started different groups, but you've really exploded. I mean, you've 10x, or I'm going to say, I'm sorry, 100x what a lot of people have done in terms of the groups that you formed, bringing people together. I think many people remember that time when we were all
Yes.
going online, but we are here today. There's a lot of business groups that have been formed. We've learned a lot of things from different groups that have been formed. You've been very successful in what you've been doing, launching different groups. But I'm so excited. I'm going to let you actually share about this new group, the HAPPRENEURS business group, and what it's all about. Tell us a little bit
Yeah.
about it, Edwin.
Well, first of all, Jim, I am so excited to be here with you. And you are definitely a mover and a shaker. So that keeps me pumped up whenever I am around you because you're always doing something big, okay? A little background, we first during the recession, 2008, 2009, we started the I Am Happy project. It grew to 70,000 members in 64 cities in 19 countries, okay, in under 2 years. And the whole idea was to help people go out and volunteer, but in the process, we helped them shift all the stuff that was going bad in their mind to focus on something positive. So when you volunteer and you're helping other people, you're actually helping yourself. So that was back then. Then fast forward to the pandemic, the beginning of 2020, everybody were like shaking, what's going to happen with this one? I told my staff, we're not going to let the pandemic stop us from celebrating happiness. So on March 2020, we had about 65 people online in Zoom to celebrate happiness. And then the people say, hey, but what about next week? And then we did next week, it became 120. Then it became 200. At the height of the pandemic, Jim, we were having close to 20,000 monthly registration on all our events. It was mind blowing. And so I feel the joy and I'm deeply grateful that we were able to impact so many people's life during those times, especially time where people needed it, the most. So now we are entrepreneurs. Now people say, what is entrepreneurs? First of all, Jim, I have to tell you this. You remember, I was in the Silicon Valley when Google started. And people were laughing at the name, Google, Google. Nobody's going to be able to say it. Today, Google is a verb, okay? So appreneur is the next big thing. It is a phrase that I coined, and it's simply putting happiness and entrepreneur together. And that is where happiness meet business, okay? It's going to be business groups all over the world. We're starting it here locally. And so I'm very excited. I mean, I feel like a lot of time businesses wants to maximize profit, and there's nothing wrong about that. But it become wrong when you do it at the expense of your well-being.
Yeah.
And then there are those who are social entrepreneurs that go the other side. They want to maximize well-being, but you can't do it at the expense of profit. You're not going to be around. So appreneur, we're going to balance well-being and profit. They're going to be side by side. And we're going to let people grow because they are genuinely happy.
That is very exciting. Now, fast forward to today. I know March 20th is going to be a big day. And,
Yes.
we're launching the Happreneurs Business Group. What does that mean? We have different groups. For those of you that know, that are tight networking groups. That means you have one category per business segment. If you have one cosmetic person, one real estate person. And there are some very successful models there that we've learned a lot from. And then there are just loose networking groups where you kind of have a little bit of that, and then you have some that people just go and they're networking. I don't know how much business they're doing, but they're having fun. And I know in your group, they're getting things done, but they're happy as well. So those are just fun groups. But tell us a little bit about your vision of HAPPRENEURS and what that's all about. What is it? Tight networking? What is it about?
Yes, so it's going to be tight networking. So just like you were describing, it's going to be a closed group. Each chapter may be about 30 to 40 people in the chapter. So like you said, we'll have one financial advisor, one realtor, one chiropractor. So there will be each category will be one type of business or professional. So there's no competition within the group, okay? And of course, people are going to be encouraged to give referrals, but it's not going to be in the typical, you got to give referral, you got to give referral, you got to give referral side. Because here is what I believe. When people are really happy, they are ready to serve other people, okay? I'll give you one quick example. Let's take a room, full, say about 500 people, all right? 500, and we take a balloon and we write each person's name on the balloon. So each person have a balloon. And then we go into a different room and release all those 500 balloons with each person's name on it. And then we tell the people, hey, go into the next room and find your balloon. How long would it take for each person to find their balloon? It takes literally forever, okay?
Wow.
But what if we say, grab the balloon next to you and call out the name on the balloon and find the owner? Within a few minutes, everybody will have their balloon. A happy person knows that. So we're not going to hit it on their head. They're going to naturally refer people because we're going to teach them on a weekly basis how to stay happy. So happiness is going to be the foundation that we build the group on. So a few things that we will do differently. We're going to alternate the meeting. So if a chapter is meeting every Tuesday, for example, the first Tuesday will be in person, the second Tuesday will be online, and then the third Tuesday will be in person, and the fourth Tuesday will be online. So first of all, they are not driving to a location every time. Now, what about the months that have 5 Tuesdays? The 5th Tuesday will be off. It will be an opportunity for people to reset. So we are going to always be keeping into consideration the well-being. You don't need to be going to meeting to be successful. So those are some adjustments we will do. And then during the meeting itself, we're going to do a class every week on how to stay happy. Now, so most people will tell you, oh, I'm happy most of the time. And I say, that's cool. But what about the times you are not happy? Do you have a plan to get back to happiness? And I can tell you, Jim, majority of the people I come across don't. Even if they think they do, until they are not happy, that's when they know that they don't have a plan. So we're going to be teaching people, just as we are teaching you to grow your business, we're going to teach you to grow your happiness. And so when we see that happen, happiness truly become a very critical factor to their success. Because here is what we know, and there's a body of research that back this, including my own research. I interview over 1,000 individuals, to come up with my book subject matter. We all know, and most people know this in theory too, that happy people are more productive, they are more creative, they are more resilient, and they are more collaborative. So imagine if every week you show up and you learn a little bit how to be happy, how much impact it will have on your business.
I applaud you. And, honestly, it's a concept that, it takes a while to really understand if you're analyzing it, right? I mean, look,
Yes.
You can tell a kid, I'm just using this example. You could tell a kid, hey, this is what you need to do, and you're going to have fun doing it. Or you can give them some ice cream and they're going to be excited and you're going to motivate them. And then they're going to be happy to do whatever you tell them after you give them that ice cream. You have that whole thing. And in all sincerity, it's a very serious issue, everyone, about, especially in the world today. Happiness does so much when you really understand the psychology. Edwin, you're the real deal. I mean, you've been doing this for many, many, many years. There's a whole story behind it. But getting back to this group, this is the launch of something very serious. So, okay, let's take a look at your resume real quick. During the pandemic, if I heard you right, you had about 20,000 people logging in every single week. Is that correct?
Every single month.
Oh, every single month. I'm sorry. Let me correct that. Every single month, which is a lot of people. A lot of people would love to have that many people coming in. And you are, I remember co-leading some of the groups. You are focused on really what you say. getting people happy, but yet you have a really defined structure in terms of having, at that time, people loosely starting to work together. Now we're really tightening it. And, there is, just to let everyone know, there is a fee, and you kind of get what you pay for in the world. That's just a real reality. And I can tell you, I get to be really there's only, I'm the Highlander. That, that movie, they say there can only be one number one. Who is the first person to sign on with you, Edwin?
Hey, I'm excited to say this. It's Jim T. Chong.
Oh my gosh. And
and here is one thing though, Jim, I have to say there, and it's not because you are here, because like once you're number one, sometimes people try to change history, but the history that cannot be changed. When it's documented correctly, when you start number one, it's only number one. It can't be adjusted, it can't be corrected. So I'm excited that you are number one, because I think you give it a good base for other people to follow. So I'm excited that you are number one, and I can say that you are number one.
Thank you. Yeah. And, Edwin, we have a history. You were with my dad. That picture meant a lot to me, so much to see you with my dad. And there's just a lot of things happening. But, guys, this is you really the next level, innovative way of connecting and networking. This is going to be a great, strong group. If you're interested and you're in the Roseville, Rockland, California area, near Sacramento, I'm in Placer County, but, we're going to be launching, I'm going to be launching a chapter. We're looking for chapter leaders. Please, if you're in this area, contact myself. Of course, you can contact Edwin if you like as well. But we really are very excited to be able to launch this. And I'm excited to be there side by side with you, Edwin, learning. And you've just done so much. And I hope that all of you take this very seriously, because there's a lot of groups that are formed. And sometimes we can have a lot of noise around us. This is a very serious venture. There's a lot of great groups out there. This is one I think is just going to add. Things just get better and better, right? In music.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do you remember we had the 8-track tape, right?
Yeah.
Then we had the cassette tape, right?
Yeah.
Then we had the little digital things, those little digital discs. Remember those silver discs?
The CDs. The
CDs, right?
Yeah.
And then now we have the virtual files in which we're doing. We can
go through the iPod, and it keep getting better. So one of the things that I want to say too, though, there are a few things that we're really doing differently, is that, like when people invite folks to be guests to the local chapter, those guests are going to be welcome. Sure, they can attend, a couple of meetings, and then they want to decide if they want to be a member or not. But we're going to keep them in the system. They get to sign up as a guest member, and we'll keep updating them with what is going on. And then if someone in the same category like them, coming to become a guest, we'll give them an opportunity if they want to jump in at that time. But if they don't want to jump in, then we're going to move them to another local chapter where their category might still be open. So everybody that become a guest in our system stays in the system, and we'll be able to motivate them. And then one other thing I want to quickly say, and this is something I learned from the Happy Neighborhood Project that was open to everybody, okay? I'm going to have what I call the 20% rule, okay? The 20% rule, especially if you're in network marketing or you're MLM or direct sales, people pay note of this, okay? We only allow 20%, of the membership to be network marketing. Now, I've done a little focus group. The network marketers like it because they too don't want, a lot of network marketers to just fool the chapter. And then the traditional business love it because they don't want network marketer to fool it. So at the same time, I have tremendous respect for network marketing. So I don't want to just exclude it like some organization will do, will just exclude network marketing. So I'm setting up the 20% rule. So if you're a network marketer and you're interested in this, then you want to move fast, okay? Because the first 10 people can only be 2 network marketing. So I just want to make that part clear.
Yeah, I love that. So again, if you're a network marketing company, this is really gold for you. And keep in mind, this is not about just running in and just blasting people with what you're marketing and selling, trying to get them in your business. there are some real great companies out there. We're looking for the good ones. We're looking for the people that understand how to really network professionally, really respectful, and really giving people a true opportunity. There's great possibilities there, as well. And so I want to let you know you're going to want to really join in and be a part of this first launch. And I know this first wave is going to be exciting, and I'm just very excited and ecstatic about it. Now, I know for myself and my group, there's a little definition definitely as a company, but the cool thing is when you lead a group, you can kind of shape it a little bit. And Edwin, I know, he's going to be putting together some great guidelines to go by, and he's very experienced. I'll give my feedback. I know he's getting feedback from a lot of other people, but I want people that are really focused. They're serious about business, right? They really
Yes.
want to be able to, first off, in my mind, help other people, and at the same time really can learn. I know I need to learn sometimes as I'm helping a lot of other people get business. Oh, I got to get business myself. I'm actually one of
Yes.
those people that are a little opposite, a little overgiver. But I want to surround myself with people that are really in that mindset of just truly giving. Now, that doesn't mean just ethereally giving. I mean, we're very strategic. Hey, if I do something for you, Edwin, absolutely, I want you to do something to help me as well, with the expectation that there's two wins. It's a win-win scenario. That's what I'm looking for. People that are looking for true win-win scenarios. And so things are just not one-sided, because I know I'm all about versed in building communities. And, I do a lot of fun things. I'm honored to be able to pull a lot of people together in a lot of different fronts, on the cultural front, on the business front, dealing with high level media. But I'm really excited about forming this group here in Rockland, Rockland and Roseville, this area here, and we're going to dominate. Of course, we have Auburn, some of these other cities, Lincoln as well. But Edwin,
now, one small incentive. This is just a very
sure,
tiny thank you type of incentive. Okay, so as you're doing Roseville and Rockland and Auburn and those areas, once a person become a member of the Appreneur, of course, people who love to network know other people who love to network, okay?
yep,
So we're just putting a little thank you on the table. So once they become a member and then they refer other members that become a paid members, we're sending them an Amazon gift card, a $50 Amazon gift card, okay? And just to do whatever they want to do. And there is no limit as to the number of Amazon gift cards you can get, So we are going to see folks who become a member, and they are very excited that they introduce other people. And these are people that will introduce people anyway. So the Amazon gift card is just like an icing on the cake. It's just to say thank you for doing that. So folks who goes out and refer people get $50 Amazon gift card. But first, you have to become a member.
yeah. And you know what I love about that? Check this out. I mean, really, if you're excited about something, very tangible, guys. If maybe you're a single mom, I love people to help people. You do too, Edwin. I mean, hey, even a single mom, single parent, could be a single dad, okay? But the whole thing is people that just need a little extra help, and there's no shame in that. I think it's a blessing to help people. But they literally, if they invite 5 friends, hey, that's an extra $250 that week. If they do it and they learn
Absolutely.
a skill, they know they need to learn, how to connect with people, invite people. And if they're strategic, this could actually be a decent income for people, Edwin, just to do that,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
and
we're
they
talking
don't
about
they
business.
don't they don't, they don't only have to invite to the chapter they belong to. They
Yeah.
can invite to other chapters that are just starting. So let's say, for example, someone is a realtor, but the realtor, they've already taken a realtor a category in their chapter, and they know another realtor. They can invite that realtor to join another chapter you're working with, and they still get the $50 Amazon gift card. So we're going to give out a ton of Amazon gift card in 2025. That much I know.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited, Edwin. I'm specifically excited. I know I'm going to learn a lot. I'm going to be able to give to something that I know has a lot of meaning, making the world literally a happier place. And, my whole thing is, Edwin, I tell people I'm not here to just make a difference. I'm here to make history. And
Yes.
Edwin, you're making history. I'm very honored and privileged to work with you on this project. And let's go help a lot of people here. And Edwin, just I'm gonna give you the final words here as we end out.
Well, here is what I know. And this was a study that was done by Harvard Medical School and the University of California in San Diego. It was a joint study. They said when an individual becomes happy, they trigger a chain reaction that affects through 3 degrees of people they don't even know. So imagine, folks, if we create chapters, maybe we start out with 10 chapters and then it's going to be 100 chapters. And then I'm looking at in 5 years, it might be 25,000 chapters, okay? And we have 1 million people in this, totally serious about happiness, because every week they're spending a few minutes learning how to stay happy. They are not taking happiness for granted anymore. Imagine the ripple effect it will have on the rest of the world. So, Jim, that's what I'm excited about. We can truly have impact on this world, not just the people we work with directly.
I love it. And, I know one of my favorite statements I like to say is everyone wants to be great until the time comes to do what greatness requires. And you've done a lot, Edwin. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you consider joining us. You can contact me. You can actually go to jimtchong.com, or you can contact me at 279-999-6363. That's 279-999-6363. All right. And that's what we call the phone. All right. We still use those. All right. And this is Jim T. Chong, the Wok Star, along with
Edwin Edebiri, the Global Chief Happiness Officer.
Hey, and we are happy. Thank you for joining us.